Good morning everyone, Catherine Jeanneau here, and today I am here to talk to you about the Sun Odyssey 350. We just introduced it at the Annapolis Sailboat Show. We're gonna go sailing in a minute, but I wanted to take advantage of having the boats right behind me. We happen to have the 349 right in front of the Sun Odyssey 350, and the new model is replacing the widely successful Sun Odyssey 349. It's the same designer, Mark Lombard, but we've brought a lot of elements and a lot of innovations from the last few years into this entry model boat, so we're very excited to be introducing the Sun Odyssey 350. We're going to do a full walkthrough, but we're going to take advantage of this weather. We have breeze, we have sun, we're going to go sailing, shall we? Sailed up the Severn River. We're anchored here in Wims Creek, and what a great sail we had. So excited about this new boat. It's a Mark Lombard design, it's a new deck, it's a new hull. We have a long chine now, we have integrated bowsprit, inverted bow, the twin rudders. It makes for a fast, stable and very comfortable ride. I personally particularly like the helming position and the winching position. I was able to brace myself against the bush pit here and be right over the winch and trim the sails and looking at them really nicely. And I can do that because of the walk around decks that of course we integrated on this new boat, which makes also for a great helming position. You can be sitting down, stretch out your legs. You can be helming standing, always being outboard with great visibility of your sails. All right, I'm here at the starboard helm. We actually moved up the throttle from the 349. It's in a higher position. And then you have a multifunction display here on starboard. You have your chain counter. If we had a bow thruster, it will be the controls will be right here. And then on port side, you have the tri-data and the autopilot display. The other thing that's very convenient, and that's true on both sides because it's a German sheeting, you have access to your main sheet right here and then your jib sheet right here. So, and because again, I'm outboard, right? So if I want to trim my jib, I'm here and I don't have to disturb the guests sitting in the cockpit. They're not in my way, I'm not in their way. It's an ideal position. All right, I'm going to show you a little bit more of the deck plan up forward. Follow me on the walk around decks here. Let me talk to you about the friction greens a little bit. It's actually not new. It was introduced with the 349 10 years ago. But it's a great system. It comes from the racing world. And you can trim your sails, your jib, really precisely. It goes up and down, it goes in and out. And that's a great system. You can really tweak your sails. It's a tweaker essentially, right? But the other benefit is you don't have cars, you don't have a rail, so less holes on your deck. That's always a good thing. So here I am on the bow of the boat. There's a lot going on here that it's not evident at first, but we've done a lot of improvements. We're sailing today the performance rig, so we have a square dump main that we can have because we don't have a backstay. And then we also have a performance Jeanneau with the flat deck furler, which is nice, less twisting of the rope. And then forward we have the integrated bowsprit, which is also an improvement over what we've done before. You can see that the anchor is center line, so it's nice, free and clear. And then we also have a nice tack line point for your reaching sail or your downwind sails. I like how low the boom is, so you can literally zip up and zip up your lazy bag really easily. You don't have to climb your mast, so it's really nice. Again, that's the performance version. Of course, we have different rig configuration. You can have an in-mast furler. You can have a regular classic rig with a 110% Jeanneau and a Dacron sail. And you can even have a sail stacker. The rail will be right in front of the mast here, and a smaller sail if you want forward. We also have 3 different keels. You have the shore drive on this one, it's 4.9. You have a deep draft at 6.2. And then you even have a lifting keel if you need to access shallow anchorages or a shallow slip. That goes from 4.2 to 8.4 if you want to have more performance while sailing. So lots of options, rig, keel, and then of course interior designs. All right, another improvement on the 350 is a nice wide swim platform. So lots of space here. You can have 3 kids, jumping in the water. You can do a snorkeling off here. I can totally see myself and my family on this boat. You have a great integrated swim ladder, so it's flush with the platform. no tripping hazard. And then I like that it's simple. You know, it's a purchase system, no electric transom needed on this boat. Look at all the storage we have here in the back. On the port side, you have an access for a life raft, but if you're day sailing or just going out for the weekend, it's just a wet locker for fenders and things like that. And then on starboard, lots and lots of storage as well for fenders and lines. Love it. So the boat we're on today is a 2-cabin layout, and when you have a 2-cabin layout, you have a bonus garage or workshop or however you want to call it, but it's a great spacious space for fenders, for lines, for water toys, for extra sails, code zero, you name it. You can access it from here up top in the cockpit, or you can also access it from the head, the shower actually, down below. Great space. All right, before I head down below, I just wanted to show you a couple things here in the companionway. We have new halyard bags on each side, which is quite convenient, especially if you had a Dodger. It keeps everything clean, out of the way, and your lines out of the sun, which is always a good thing. And then we have a 1-speed halyard winch here, which is nice for the main halyard. And then what else? We could have solar panels, and they will be right here. They're like soft panels. Very nice. And then we have these hinged companionway doors, which is great because if you have an older boat like mine, you always have to find space for your hatch board, and you don't have to do that here. All right, I now step down below the Sun Odyssey 350. I'm here in the galley. It's very conveniently located. It's an ale galley. I can make a cup of tea here on my 2-burner stove and pass it up to the cockpit real quick. So it's very conveniently located, and lots of storage. You have like storage up top everywhere really, and then you have a 26-gallon fridge with a freezer compartment. More storage here. You have a cutlery drawer, which is a nice addition. And then you have a twin bin trash, which is great, and more storage drawers and everything. So plenty of space. So I'm sitting here in the aft cabin on starboard side, and because it's a 2-cabin layout, this cabin is actually more spacious than it would in a 3-cabin layout. So it's quite comfortable. There's a lot of like opening for light and ventilation. You have a porthole here, another one here, another one here. So you know, it feels nice and airy. We have fans, but you can also have air conditioning. In fact, I have it on this boat with the control right here. So it feels spacious and bright and pretty comfy. So I'm now on port side, which is in the 2-cabin layout, is a head and separate shower. So it's a great space here on the 350. So a sink here, your head of course, and then separate shower. So it's a dry head, which is always nice. And then look, I'm 5'8" with plenty of space on top, so like 6'2", definitely fit in there. And then that's your access here to your garage that we saw from the cockpit earlier. So plenty of space, easy access, great. All right, so here I am in the main saloon. That's where you will have your meals at night if you're not in the cockpit. And then plenty of space. Again, long benches, they're 6 feet plus. So it's nice because you can lay down if you're on off shift on this side, but also on the other side where you have a more of a lounge seat. And then this table here comes up. Plenty of space. You can definitely six people around the table. Lots of storage under the benches and behind the backrest on both sides. Storage here under me. Under here is the water heater. And then on port side, you will have all the storage under the seats, unless you have air conditioning like we have on this boat. And then plenty of storage here behind as well. So we have different wood choices, different fabric choices. Here we are looking at the gray cedar, upholstered bulkheads on each side, and then also on the ceiling. So again, a lot of brightness, which is nice, a lot of light, natural and indirect. You have upholstered bulkhead up front, but you can choose to have your wood bulkhead if that's what you prefer. So yeah, lots of choices down below. You can have teak as well as another choice. So I'm here on the port side, and that's innovation with the 350 is that I have this nice lounge seat, which is great if you're underway because your tucked in on either tack. So I really like this position. But if you'd like to have a nav station, that's also an option, and that will come in its stead here. You will have the nav station, and you will just be sitting right here. So a great space, and you have your electrical panel here with your VHF and your control for the air conditioning, your control for the radio, and then of course your shaver panel with access to your tankage and battery level and everything. All right, we've made our way forward, and we're now in the front cabin, and it's actually quite nice. And again, lots of light. We have added some windows on the side here. You have a forward-facing hatch here for ventilation, and then a pretty decent sized berth. I think it's 6'2" long. You have some storage up forward, and then storage on each side. So a pretty decent cabin for a 35-foot boat. All right, so before I go back up in the cockpit, I just wanted to show you one more thing. We have increased the horsepower from the 349. We went from a 21 horsepower to a 29 horsepower Jeanneau. It's a shaft drive. It's a very reliable engine. It comes with a 5-year warranty as well, which is exclusive to the group. So a great engine on this boat. And then you have great access from here, but also from both sides in the aft cabins. Alright, well, thanks for joining me on this quick tour of the Sun Odyssey 350. I hope you enjoyed it. As I said, it's replacing the widely popular 349. We sold 1,100 boats of that model. I think this is going to exceed that. We are already off to a good start after the Annapolis Sailboat Show. It checks all the boxes for family cruising, for day sailing, weekend cruiser, offshore sailing if that's your speed, and for a couple also, because you can easily single-hand this boat. It's fast, simple, and very comfortable. So again, the Sun Odyssey 350, make sure to check it out for yourself if you haven't seen it at the Annapolis Sailboat Show. We have one in almost each location at the dealerships in North America. So contact your local dealer and step aboard.